Hello everyone, and welcome back to Code with Tinodra. So on today's video, we're going to cover HTML, what it is and why is it so important to learn. So first of all, I would like you to have an editor of your choice opened. So in my case, I have Visual Studio Code. And then we are going to create a new file, and we'll be naming it index.html. So the HTML files have the .html extension. So before diving in, what does HTML stand for? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. And if we break this down into two parts, we have hypertext and markup language. So what is hypertext? Hypertext means linking a resource to another resource. And what is a markup language? Markup language is not a programming language, but rather is what its name suggests. So it's a language to markup content to tell the browser how to structure the content. And a markup language uses symbols to define these behaviors. So in case of HTML, the symbols are called tags. So a tag looks like this. So this is a heading tag. So a tag has its opening and its closing. So this would be the opening tag and this would be the closing tag. And inside tags, we write the text we want to display. In our case, we'll write hello world. So if we actually save this file and open a new tab and move this to that tab, we will actually see the text being displayed. Now, after we saw our text displaying in the web page, let's write it as we should. So in general, you wouldn't have a HTML website with only this. You would have, so let's write exclamation mark and hit enter. Oh, wow, what happened? So this is an HTML page. Sorry, a web page. And here we can have that h1 heading and say, and have the same text. So let's say, hello world. So we're going to save it and go to the same browser that you opened the file before, refresh it, and we will see the same text appear. Now, what is all this boilerplate code? So the first line, we have something called document type definition. So we have a a less sign, exclamation mark, doc type, and we tell the browser what this file will be. So this will be an HTML file. The reason we do this is to let the browser know that this will be an HTML file, namely an HTML5. After that, we will have an HTML tag, which will have a head and a body tag. So the head tag, what it is and what does it contain? So the head tag contains metadata and information about the web page. So in our case, here we have the character set and something called the viewport, and also the title of the document. So the title is what will be displayed on the browser's tab. So here we can write my first page. And we save the file go to the browser, refresh it, and as we can see here, it says this, it has the same text that we wrote here.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
So now the body tag. The body tag contains all the structure of the website. And in our case, here we have a heading. And in addition to a heading, we can have paragraphs. And I'm going to say lorem 10. So what is lorem? Lorem is heavily used and basically it's a text generation, we can say. And I did lorem 10 to get 10 words. Let's save it and refresh the browser. We can see the text is appearing. So a paragraph doesn't exactly need to be the same size, but we're telling the browser that this is a title or subtitle, and this is a paragraph. So this will help the search engines read our website better. In addition to that, we have link tags. A link tag is written like this. We have the opening tag, and inside the opening tag, we have something called href. So the href will contain the URL that we want it to get us to. So in our case, we can have https google.com. And inside the tag, we're going to write link to Google, save the file, refresh the browser, and when we click the link, obviously it will direct us to Google. Also, we have image tags. So we can have an image, and what is different about the image tag is that it does not need, actually does not have a closing tag. So we don't need to have it like this. We can have it only in one tag. So with an image, you can have a source attribute inside the tag. So in here, what we can do, go to our browser, let's search images, find the most random image we can find, see this one, and let's copy the image link. And we will paste it here, save the file, go to the browser, and refresh. And as you can see, that image is being displayed. Now, another really important tag is the div tag. So what is the div tag? Div stands short for division. We use this tag to divide and group content and apply different styles to each division. Now that we went through some of the most important tags and we saw what HTML is and how it's written, let's build something. Now, let's have a title. Let's say the most beautiful lake in the world. And after that, we're going to have a paragraph containing a description about this lake. Let's actually find the most beautiful lake. The most beautiful lake in the world. And let's find the first one. Okay. Dead Sea. And let's copy this. So inside this paragraph, we're going to have this text about the most beautiful lake. And also now we want to have an image to show it. So a new attribute popped up. So what is this? An alt is an attribute that in case of the image does not load, we can have a backup text here. So here we can write most beautiful lake image. Now what we can do is go back to the browser, copy the image link to the most beautiful lake and paste it to our source of the image tag. Let's save the file and go to our browser that we have the file opened and refresh it. Okay, and as you can see, let me minimize this. Now here we have a simple website showing the most beautiful lake in the world. In addition to that, what we can have is a link to this page, which shows the most beautiful lakes. And here we can say, see more beautiful lakes. And if we save it, go to the browser, refresh, and then if we click the link, it will direct us to the same page. So we can now definitely say that this is a website that is showing the most beautiful lake in the world, and it has a title, some description, and a link. Even though this does not look good, it's a fully functional website now, right? But how do we style it? How do we place the image in center? How do you place this text in center and make this whole thing look more beautiful? And more on that we'll see on the next video when we cover CSS. So this was a really short video covering the most basic parts of HTML. And on the next video, we're gonna go through CSS and how do we make websites look beautiful. And I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next one.